Hey everyone, my name is Preston James, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the information that I learned from Case Study 2.1. Um, One thing being that if I were in charge of socializing newly hired nurses at my local hospital, I would uh, copy or mimic the Johns Hopkins um, mentorship program. This is a great program that um, is putting doctors and nurses one on one with uh, new nurses and doctors to help train them and give them one on one training, but also have a great two-way communication to where they're getting to see everything, to be hands on, to see the job um, as it's playing out and how it would in a normal day. And this is a great way of training. This is a great way of building confidence in new hires and having a strong communication and partnership and relationships between more seasoned doctors and nurses and newly hired nurses. And these nurses, new and the ones who um, have a little bit more seniority, uh, all need to be aware of burnout. This is very common for nurses, just with how stressful the job is, how many hours they're working. And I think the best way to accommodate them is to offer stress management courses, to train them, to educate them on how to deal with stress and in this environment that is a very stressful environment. There's a lot going on in hospitals. People's lives are at stake. A small error could lead to fatality, and it's a very serious occupation that doesn't need to be taken lightly. I think giving nurses a an opportunity for open communication with management is a good place to start. Just everyone feeling like they can share how they're feeling, if they're feeling stressed or overwhelmed by their job, to be able to come to their manager and have that discussion. I think it creates a great environment for growth and to meet needs and understand potential areas of where error might occur. Something that the hospital can do to help with that is to not give just an insane amount of hours, to be reasonable with hours, even though I know nurses work a lot of overtime and long shifts, but to be reasonable to where they're not getting burnt out, to where they're not uh, pushing themselves past a limit that they don't need to cross. And like I said, just having an opportunity for open communication for that, and then offering the stress management courses. I think that comes with understanding that this is a stressful environment. You can't just always, a manager can't just always take away the stress out of this situation, because the whole environment is stressful. So part of it is understanding the job when you come in, that this is going to be an overwhelming environment at times, and almost to a point of over communicating your emotions, your feelings, fatigue, things like that, how you feel mentally, and talking to management in these stressful situations and working together as a team to get to make sure that patients are taken care of, and there are no errors made, and everyone feels safe and like they can do their job to the best of their ability. There have been times where intervention is needed whenever as an employee is burnt out. I've personally seen this at my workplace. We were working a lot of hours, and a lady, we were working 12-hour shifts, and she got to where she went into a depressed state. She didn't really communicate it well with management. for months, and she got to where she was drinking a lot and became an alcoholic, and it started affecting her job. And so human resources had to step in and have those conversations with her and remove her from our work environment to not put anyone else in her own safety at risk. So by removing her, a lot of times you see in intervention strategies that a person will be terminated for not being able to fulfill their job. But luckily, where I work, they actually put her in rehab, and she was there for a few months, and thankfully she is now back on track and doing great, and a great employee. And they know now not to put such a heavy load on her, and all the crazy hours like she once had, so that way she doesn't return back to the situation that she was once in. Thank you.